Hi guys, Crochet Canuck here. I am finally coming to you today with my 2022 year in review and my 2023 crochet plans. I meant to do this like during the first week of the year, but I've just been tired and just not in the mood for making videos for various reasons, and also been having camera problems. This camera that I use is an old point and shoot camera. That happens to have video capabilities as well, that I bought in 2011. So this is like old. It still works fine, but it's just there's like a little latch that keeps the battery in, and then there's a door on the battery compartment, and the latch broke, and the door, there's another latch to keep the door closed, that broke too. And the camera doesn't turn on unless the door is closed all the way and the battery is in properly, so I had to like tape it shut to make it work. I did try recording videos on my phone, but for some reason, even though it's a new phone, I just bought it in November, for some reason after a few minutes it cuts the audio off of my videos, and I also don't have a lot of card space or hard drive space, so it cuts off my videos after about 15 minutes or so. And I don't know if I really want to buy a new memory card for this crappy phone now. But anyways, so the phone didn't work, so I'm back to this camera with tape on it. So we're good. I don't know if I'm going to buy a new camera soon. I might, but just money, everything's going up. I don't have much money to spare, so I don't know. Like, this camera still works fine, but I eventually do want a new camera, but I don't know. But anyways, this camera is working, so we'll get on with this video. So in 2022, I had a few things written down here that I planned to do, and I did pretty much none of them. 2022 was a year for us. Just a lot of things happened, and for most of the year, I just did not feel like crocheting. Plus, I really got into puzzling, and I did jigsaw puzzles more than crocheting. But yeah, 2022 was a year. We'll just... between illnesses and accidents and deaths, and just, it was a year. So anyways, so the things on my list, I have a shawl that I've been knitting that I started, I think, like a couple of years ago now, that I was going to try to continue last year. I did not do any work on it at all, but I'm hoping to have more time to work on it later this year, because I have to follow a pattern for this shawl, and I am not that adept at knitting, and for following patterns of knitting or crocheting, I need a lot of focus and quiet, and I don't get that right now because I have a toddler home with me all day, and then I have 2 kids home with me in the after school hours. So, but starting in September, my younger daughter will be starting pre-K, so they will both be at school, and I will have time during the day. So, I'm hoping to get more work done on that shawl then, unless I get a job. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but yeah, so I'm hoping to have more time when my kids are both in school. So the shawl, I did nothing on in 2022. I was going to make a pigtail hat for my younger daughter. I did crochet one, but it came out way too small, and then I was going to rip it out and redo it, but I never got around to doing that, so I don't know if that counts or not. I did make one, it just doesn't work for us. So there's that. I was going to make myself a pair of mittens, didn't get around to that. Christmas 2021, I tried to make like a Jingle Bell ponytail holder for my daughter. That didn't work out. I was going to try again this past Christmas 2022, and I just never got to it. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to that now. The bath mitts that I showed the yarn for in my previous video, I think, I was going to try to do last year, but I could not find the yarn for it. I found the yarn closer to the end of the year for most of it, but there's still one more color of yarn I need that I have not found yet. But as soon as I find it, I will get started on that. The temperature blanket, that was a whole thing. I wrote down all the temperatures for 2021, and I was going to crochet a 2021 temperature blanket in 2022 with all the written temperatures that I had, but I was not able to find all the colors of yarns I wanted. I spent a long time checking out stores and online stores, and I just could not find all the colors of yarn I wanted. Plus, with the temperature ranges, the blanket was not going to turn out looking very good because there was a span of a few months, I think between June to September, where it was all in about the same temperature range. So there was going to be a huge block of the blanket in the same color, so it was going to look weird. And if I changed the temperature range to add more colors, then that was just going to be more yarn. And I was already having trouble finding the yarns I wanted, so I didn't want to add more colors of yarn to that debacle. So the temperature blanket just did not happen. And I don't know if it is going to happen. I don't think I want to make it anymore. So that is the end of that. And then I was going to also crochet a sushi scarf for a relative on my husband's side. But I did not look at my list for most of the year, so I completely forgot about that scarf. And we got her something else. So the sushi scarf did not happen. I don't know if it's going to happen this year for this coming Christmas. We will see if I remember. So I didn't finish any of the things on my 2022 list, but I did crochet 2 hats for my older daughter and a cat blanket, which I showed in previous videos. So that is all the crochet I did in 2022. That's kind of sad. But at least I did something. So 2023 projects. I am planning to continue work on the shawl I mentioned. I have showed it in previous videos, but like a long time ago. So you'd have to go back a ways to find it. I am planning to make a dog toy for my dog. I have a pattern that I found online for a dog frisbee, and it also has like a lip on the edge so you can hold it and like play tug of war. And that is made of cotton yarn, and I actually have the yarn here that I'm going to use. This is Bernat Handicrafter cotton in the color Tavern Green. I actually used some of this for a stacking toy for my first daughter when she was a baby. And this is all I have. This is what I have left, so I'm going to use that for the dog toy. I also wanted to make a basket for all my dog's toys. I did find a pattern for a basket I really like made out of Bernat blanket yarn, but I don't have enough Bernat blanket yarn for that, and that is an expensive yarn, and I was going to buy some from the thrift stores because I used to always see it around the thrift stores, and now that I want it, I can't find it anywhere. So I don't know. I'm going to keep looking for that or for an equivalent thickness of yarn, but I'm not sure about it anymore because yarn is even thrift yarn is getting expensive, and at this point it might just be cheaper to buy a basket. I have seen baskets for toys at pet stores, and at this point those, even though they are expensive, they are cheaper than yarn. So I don't know. If I can find the yarn I want thrift at a good price, I will make the basket. If not, I'll probably buy a basket. So we will see about that. I am going to make a Pokeball hat for my daughter. I might actually make 2 because both of my daughters like Pokemon right now. And I have a free pattern for a Pokeball hat that I found online. And I still need to make a mermaid tail blanket for my younger daughter. I made one for my older daughter a couple of years ago. My younger daughter wasn't at the age where she would sit in a blanket. Now she is, so I need to make one for her. I should have started a while ago because now it's winter. She could really use one now. But anyways, I have the yarn in a bag over here. I'm going to start that as soon as possible. I'm going to work on those ice cream cone bath mitts I mentioned. I just need to find an appropriate color of cotton yarn for the cone. I've been looking everywhere, and the only colors I can find are either like too yellow or like too brown. I can't find a good tan. I'm still looking. If anybody has any suggestions, leave them down below. And I do have yarn set aside for a stand mixer cover. That is from the same book as the ice cream bath mitts, and I was going to do that either last year or the year before, and I never got around to that either. But I'm hoping to get around to that this year as well. So those are my crochet plans for this year: shawl, dog toy, toy basket, Pokeball hat, mermaid tail blanket, bath mitts, and maybe stand mixer cover. We will see. yeah. And as usual, I will make videos if I come across other things I want to crochet throughout the year. And then I just have a few acquisitions here that I wanted to show you. So first of all, for Christmas, my mother-in-law gave me this Knits for Pets book. Now, I'm not that great at knitting, so I don't know if I'm actually going to make anything out of here, but it's a cute book. There's a lot of dog sweaters and dog jackets, and there is a little like cozy bed thing for cats in the shape of a shark. And there's a few dog and cat toys in here as well. I really like this sweater. That is cute. A lot of the dogs in here are all like smaller dogs, so I don't know if these are gonna fit my dog. I guess I can alter the size. I think there's different sizes for some of the patterns anyway, but again, me with knitting, I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get around to making any of these, but we will see. And she also gave me this skein of Red Heart Comfort yarn. There is no colorway, there's just a number. And I don't know, it might be coming out black on camera, but it's actually a really dark blue, like a navy blue. So that's a nice color. So there's that. And then I bought myself some yarn from a Goodwill store a couple of weeks ago. The yarn at the thrift stores is going up as well, but this was a decent price, and these are like almost brand new skeins, so I couldn't resist. So these bags each have 2 skeins of yarn in them, and they were $5.49 for the 2 skeins. That is kind of pricey for thrift, I think, but considering how much these are going for brand new, at least in Canada, here in Canada, these are pretty good price. So these are this red is a Bernat Super Value, I think. I don't know if it's Super Value or Premium. I can't see the entire label, but it is Bernat. And then this one is a Bernat Premium in Rainbow Tweed. And these Bernat balls usually go for in the neighborhood of like $5 or $6.99. And this one, the label is very ripped, but it looks like a Red Heart label, and that does look like the Red Heart blue. So, and Red Heart here is also going for around $6.99 a skein now. It is insane. I remember when I first started crocheting, like circa 2009-ish, Red Heart Super Saver skeins were like $3.99. Now they're more than double. And then this blue skein does not have a label, so I don't know what it is, but it has to be either Bernat or Red Heart. It's definitely acrylic, but to me it looks like it's a slightly different shade of blue than this other blue. It looks a little bit darker, so I don't know, but these are really nice skeins of yarn, so I couldn't pass them up, so I bought those. And then the last thing I have here, my February 2023 issue of Crochet World came, and again, for some reason, I got 2 issues. One on my name, one on my husband's name. I have no idea what is going on with this. My husband went to his account to check to see if he could figure out what the problem is. He couldn't. He said he was going to email them, but he never got around to emailing them. So I don't know what is going on, so I guess I'm just going to keep getting 2 of every issue. I don't know. So I think I'm just going to let this subscription end and then sign up for a new subscription so that it won't get messed up again. If I still want to keep subscribing, which I probably will, because a lot of the stores around here now suddenly don't carry it anymore. We have a drugstore just down the street. It's like a less than 5-minute walk, and I used to buy it from there all the time, and for like the last year they haven't had it anymore. So, and I haven't seen it at my local bookstore, my Chapters bookstore, which is the Canadian equivalent of like Barnes and Noble. They used to carry it, and I haven't seen it for months there either. So I have no idea what's going on with Crochet World in Canada. But yeah. So anyways, I got the February 2023 issue, and there are a lot of cute things in it. So I will hold it up here. If you want, you can pause to see what is in this issue. There are a few cute things that I really like. I really like this wrap in the corner here. That is super cute. There's a lot of like wraps and scarves in this issue actually. And I really like this hat and mitt set up here. That is cute. And this little pillow buddy. Love it. I might need to make those for my kids. I wish I was a quicker crocheter. There's so many things I want to make, but I'm not as fast as everybody else I see on YouTube. But anyways, so there is that. So I think that is all the yarny things I have to talk about today. I hope everybody's year has been off to a great start. Ours has been better than last year. We have had no special events yet this year, and hopefully, touch wood, it stays that way. So yeah. So I think that's it. Hope everybody's been having a good 2023 and happy crafting.